Welcome to the channel. It's been a while since I've been online, but I've been flying some RC airplanes for the last couple of months, and I had a Carbon Cub that got away from me, and I got lost. So this is my second Carbon Cub, and the plan is to take the electronics and change it out for a Spektrum AR631 Plus receiver. And so I'm going to unbox this, assemble it, and when I get that done, I'll come back. No sense showing you how to assemble it because there's a ton of other videos that show how to go about doing that. Okay, so I will be back when it gets assembled. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, it's day 2, and I've got my airplane all assembled. I got the flaps installed, and I will show you that. Okay, here's the wing assembly. The flap installed. A wing. I've got the running gear installed. I've got the tail assembly all installed. And here is the items that I need to take out. Okay, so we have the flight controller and the receiver. We have the aileron plugs. We have the 2 servos for the elevator and for the rudder. And this is the lead that comes from the electronic speed controller. That will go into number 1. And this one here, this wire right here, this wire right here is my bind plug that comes up into the battery pack inside the battery compartment. So that gets installed in the bind plug on the new receiver. I just need to move these 5 plugs into the right hole, add my flaps, and we should be good to go. It's going to be interesting to find out how this flight controller, how much glue is holding it in place. Okay, we'll see. Okay, here we see I've taken the new receiver, I've plugged in the power lead from the ESC, I've moved the cable that acts as the bind for the bind plug in case I need to bind it after I get it all put together. I've bound it to my receiver, and now I'm just going to start moving control surfaces to the new receiver. Okay, I've moved my elevator to channel 3, my rudder to channel 4, and now I'm going to power it up and see if my control surfaces work. And after switching channels, I've got the rudder working. The elevator is working. Alright, using a hook tool, I'm able to down underneath the flight controller, turn it, and pull it up. And this took a little bit of time. I did a little bit of easy, but it came up so I could get a hold of it. And pull it out. And there it is. Now the lead here that goes to the light in the front, I'm not going to be able to use that. And this is just the lead that goes from the receiver into the flight controller. So I'm not going to have to worry about that one either. Okay. Next is taking off the old receiver because I'm not going to need that. Okay. Okay, the receiver came out really easy. It was stuck on with a little piece of black double stick tape, foam tape. I'm in the process of removing the pieces of black tape down here. And when that's done, the electronics will be gone, the old electronics, and I'll have a nice clean channel to install my new receiver in. Okay, so now I have the ailerons into channel number 2, and it's split off for the left and the right ailerons, splitter cable. Then I put the flaps on channel 6, set them up, and tested them. And I needed to reverse a couple of the channels, but you know. Okay, I'm getting ready to double stick tape the receiver down into the body, which is right in here. I've already put some sticky tape to put the lead that goes to the LED, which is not going to be functional anymore. And
Moron's Handbook for Writing Your Will. That's your name written
the double stick tape here. Peel off the back and stick it down back here. And I step back. Okay, the rudder, left, right, the elevator, up, and down, and then my ailerons, right, left, flaps,
take off flaps, landing flaps, take off flaps, flaps up.
Everything seems to be working. Now I just need to level my surfaces with some mechanical trim, and we'll be good to go into the next phase of it, which is setting up the AS6X3 and the safe, which there are plenty of videos on how to do that on the internet. So I will be back when I get everything all buttoned up and set up. All right, a couple of things that I failed to film or didn't work out. One of the things was the antenna. I routed it around to the side and taped it pretty much so that the end was in the same location as the original antenna. I also had used a couple of servo extensions while I was working on the plane for the rudder and the elevator, which I removed before I, put the wing back on the plane, so that the wiring wasn't quite so complex. So many wires. All right, and then I set up the mode switch on switch B, 3 modes, mode 1, mode 2, and mode 3. Mode 1 was set up with safe and AS3X. Modes 2 and 3 were just AS3X only. And I set the roll rate for the safe to be 70% instead of 60. Hopefully that'll make it turn a little quicker in safe. I also set up channel 5, assigned it to button I, and then I went into forward programming and set up my panic button to revert to mode 1 in modes 2 and modes 3. So while I have the button pushed down, I'd be in safe. I can also switch it back to safe with the mode switch, but the panic button might be a quicker thing to do. I don't know. We'll see. And set it up for a 2-second delay, which is only the disconnect from safe, not the initiating safe. When you push the button on safe, it goes into safe immediately. When you let go of the button, it goes back to your AS3X only in 2 seconds. All right, so I have made in the plane, and the first 2 batteries went just fine. It flew beautifully. There wasn't really any trimming that I needed to do when I went from safe to AS3X. It flew straight and level. Like I said, the first 2 batteries went great. The third battery, I did a rookie mistake. I had it in mode 2 when I took off, thinking it was mode 1, and of course ended up spiraling it right into the ground. Had to fix the fuselage just before the rear control surfaces. Had to glue it back together, and the flap servo came loose from the wing. I had to open the wing up and reattach the servo. But other than that, I went back the next day, flew another battery, and everything was fine. Everything works great. So hopefully this will give you the courage to do what I did and change out the electronics on your Carbon Cub, and you'll find that it flies and so much better. It can be configured to be the airplane that you want it to be. Okay? Good flying. Hope to see you soon.